Hey there, it's Thomas at LifterLMS. We've got version 2.6.0 coming to you today. It's a relatively small update, but we've got a pretty exciting new feature that you all have been asking for. Everybody's familiar or should be familiar with our course outline or course syllabus widget. It's right here. It displays all courses on the course or lessons page in a little list. So that your users can see an outline and quickly navigate between different pieces or lessons of a course. A few folks, quite a few folks, have been saying that gets really unmanageable as your course becomes really long. And we've been telling you, oh, just work around it, make your courses smaller, but that's really kind of a bad workaround, because if you have a big course, you have a big course, and you just want your stuff to work. So everyone's saying just make it collapse. So we've made it collapse. You can toggle things open and close. I'm just going to walk you through that functionality right here. So we're going to start on the admin panel. And I've got over here too, I've got a really big course set up. This is all test content. It's just a bunch of lipsum, but lorem ipsum rather. We've got 4 sections with a few courses. And I know people watching this that have big courses, your courses are probably even bigger than this, but I got kind of tired of going through and passing lipsum into the generator. That's what we've got, but it'll illustrate the thing just fine. So on our course sidebar, I'm going to drag over a course syllabus. I'm going to call it the course syllabus. You can call it whatever you like. And you'll see now we've added this new option here. It says make the outline collapsible. So if we get started, we'll just show you what this looked like currently, or before 2.6.0. You would have this. And obviously you can just imagine if this section had 25 lessons in it, and each section had 25 lessons in it, and maybe there was 10 lessons, that's 250. I'm not a mathematician, but that's quite a few lessons, and it gets a little bit unmanageable, and your page would be really long, which is maybe not so bad on the course page, because you're also going to have this outline, which is going to be just as long. However, if we then go into a lesson, your lesson content's obviously not going to be that long, and it's going to be really big. And if your user is on, lesson 25 out of a couple hundred or whatever, or maybe they're on 75 out of a couple hundred, their current lesson is going to be all the way down to the bottom of the screen. It's a lot of scrolling and jump around. So we get it. It's not really that great. So that's what this collapsible option solves. And you'll see once you make it collapsible, you also have a display all option that drops down too. So once you enable this, you're going to have something a little bit like this. Now, and I'll outline exactly how this works in greater detail in a documentation article. But for the purposes of this, just know that you can now open and close your sections, and your students are going to be easily able to jump around, see whatever they want. Now, we also had we pre-released this feedback, and we got or a version of this that had only this option, and a couple folks said, hey, what about a display all toggle? So we've added that option too, where you could open all or close all as you see fit. So it'll default to being, whatever the current section is, will be the open section on the syllabus. And then your students have the option to open or close all. So like I said, you can optionally enable both of these. And if you don't want any collapsible functionality at all, no worries, just don't enable it. And you'll have the functionality exactly as it was previously. Now let me just register this user real quick, and I'll just show you a little bit more, and we'll get in and see that you'll have that same functionality available inside the lesson. So now I'm registered, and I can start to actually take these things, and I'm going to come over here too, and I'm going to throw a course syllabus in our lesson sidebar as well. I'm going to enable the same options just so you'll have a unified experience as we go through. And I'm going to start taking this course. So you'll see now, as a user, I now have links. I don't have any prerequisites set up here, so I can just kind of jump around as I want. If I wanted to open all, I could jump around to the very last one. You'll see as I jump around, I'm now in the 4th section. So on a lesson page, whatever section, whatever lesson you're currently on is the section that's going to be open. So I jumped to this one, and it opened the 4th section. But if I jump into the 3rd one, it'll open the 3rd section when I load the page. So wherever you are, that's the section that's going to start open, so you can kind of orient yourself that way. And now if I go back to the course, we'll see that On the course page, it's always going to default to wherever the student currently is in the lesson. When I was logged out previously, it was defaulting to the first section because you don't have any progress. Same goes here. I have 0 progress in this lesson, so the first section is open. So we'll just start taking this. We're going to blow through, and we'll see that all that same functionality is still available, configured by your settings for the icons, the placeholder, the crossing out, all that kind of stuff. So we're about to switch. So right now, I'm going to complete this very last lesson in this first section, and we'll see it's going to pop open the second section here. Now that's really cool. And if we go back to the course, since that's where I am, this is the next lesson I need to take. All of these are completed. When I open this course, I'm going to start in that second section. And I'll stay here all the way until I get through this, and then it'll pop open the third, so on and so forth. So that's just a quick little tour through the new functionality that you have available. One other quick note, any developers out there, everything is handled by CSS classes. The toggling, the open and closed, so you can have a look in your element inspector. If you'd like to add some transitions, some animation to all this, you can do that. You're just going to need to add some keyframes or some transitions around the changing of those classes on these various sections. So we did that because, just because we like animation doesn't mean everybody's going to like animation. And we wanted to make it as generic as possible so it can be customized to your heart's content. So that's all we have. In the update, there's also a few small bug fixes and updates, stuff that I'm not going to cover because it's not all that exciting. But there you have it. So there's a feature that you guys asked for, we've built for you, and now you can go use. So thank you for your continued support, and have a great time creating your content. Take care.